my loves. Welcome back to another weekly collective energy reading. This message is for the week of Monday, May 5th through Sunday, May 11th of 2025. And today we're working with the Work Your Light Oracle. This is one of my absolute favorite decks for tuning into divine guidance, soul alignment, and next steps on our spiritual path. If you were guided here, trust that there's something in this message for you. Everything shared today comes from Spirit with love. But as always, only take what resonates with your heart and lovingly leave the rest. Let's take a deep breath together and see what Spirit wants us to know this week. The first question asked was, what energy is the collective currently sitting in as we begin this new week? The first card was Don't Dim to Fit In, and the card says, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Right now, the collective is standing at a threshold between hiding and fully showing up. This card is Spirit calling out the old habit of shrinking, people-pleasing, or softening our power to stay safe. Many are still unconsciously muting their light, not because they want to, but because they've learned that standing out invites judgment, jealousy, or rejection. But that fear is outdated, it's expired, and Spirit is saying, you weren't made to be palatable. You were made to be radiant. This week, the energy is inviting us to reclaim our visibility without apology. The next card was Align Your Life, and the card says, what is not aligned or needs to change? This card goes hand in hand with the first. It's not just about letting your light shine, it's about making sure that your life reflects your truth. Are you living in alignment with your soul values? Are you saying yes to things that drain you? This card says the collective is currently sitting in a deep reevaluation, looking at friendships, jobs, routines, even self-talk, and asking, is this really me? And if the answer is no, Spirit is lovingly nudging us to clear it out, not in chaos, but in reverence. The next card was Priestess, and the card says, how are you being called to step up and lead? And here's the activation. The collective is being called to lead, to guide, to embody their soul's wisdom, not just consume spiritual content, but actually live it. This energy says, you already know, now be it. The Priestess card doesn't wait for permission. She doesn't check if she's ready. She moves because she trusts the source within her, and the collective is being invited to do the same this week. The energy the collective is sitting in is soul level realignment. We're being asked to stop dimming, to cut out what no longer matches our truth, and to rise to the sacred leadership in our own lives. This isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about remembering who we are and creating a life that reflects that truth. And that starts now. The next question was, what is rising to the surface that the collective is being asked to notice or address? And the first card was Warrior Woman. And the card says, have you answered your deepest calling? This week, the collective is being asked to address our soul resistance to our own power. There's a voice rising up inside, strong, unshakable, and ready, but it may also be bumping into fear. Who am I to speak? Who am I to lead? This card reminds us that power and tenderness can coexist. Spirit is asking, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? And what would you finally say yes to? The next card was Star Mother, and the card says, how can you mother yourself? Alongside that rising power, this card shows that many in the collective are carrying inner child wounds and abandonment fears to the surface. Spirit is lovingly holding us while we ask, who is going to catch me if I fall? Can I trust myself to be the one who loves me through the unknown? And this card is reminding us, you are loved, you are mothered. Even if your earthly mother couldn't hold you the way you needed, the Divine Mother has always been with you. The next card was Answer the Call, and the card says, what's your soul calling you to do? And now we reach the turning point. What's rising to the surface isn't just wounding, it's the soul calling to move beyond it. The collective is being asked this week, what is your soul calling you to do? And are you ready to stop postponing it? Even if it feels unclear or scary, Spirit is saying, the invitation is already here. You just need to say yes. Together, the cards are telling us that what's rising is both the inner resistance to stepping forward and the deep soul desire to finally stop hiding. It's the battle between old pain and new purpose. But Spirit is here to say, you are not broken. You are becoming. It's time to listen to the call and trust that you are strong enough to answer it. The next question was, what soul lesson or theme is being activated for healing or growth at this time? The first card was the Age of Light, and the card says, you've been training for this for lifetimes. This card is massive. It tells us that what's being activated isn't small. This is ancestral, generational, and cosmic. You have been training for this moment for lifetimes. The healing coming through now is about remembering that you came to Earth with purpose, not punishment. Spirit is activating soul level remembrance and asking the collective to stop pretending we don't know who we are. We do. We're just scared to own it. The next card was Share Your Voice. And the card says, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. This is the soul wound of suppression being healed. So many in the collective have experienced lifetimes of silence, being punished, shamed, or erased for speaking truth. This card says, it's time to come out of the cave, to share your story, your art, your truth. Not perfectly, but freely. Healing doesn't come from being flawless. It comes from being real. The next card was Pleiades, and the card says, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Drop your favorite emoji in the comments section if you can guess who forgot to hit the record button for this card and now has to do a voiceover. The third card was Pleiades, and this card activates the soul theme of collective service, using our gifts to uplift humanity. We're being reminded that we don't heal just for ourselves. When we show up in our truth, our alignment helps others remember theirs too. The energy of the Pleiades is loving, bright, and collaborative. We're not here to do this alone. This week, the soul lesson being activated is remembrance. Remembrance of your voice, your mission, your worth, your place in the bigger tapestry. Spirit is saying, you are a light worker. You were meant for this time. You're not too late. You're right on time. The next question was, how is Spirit supporting the collective during this phase? The first card we received was, you're already doing it. And the card says, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Spirit is coming through loud and clear here. You're not failing. You're not behind. You're doing better than you think. This card is pure divine validation. There's so much collective self-doubt happening right now. So many of us wondering if we're on the right path, if we're doing enough, or if we've missed something. But Spirit is gently reminding us, you're on the path, you're walking it. Stop looking for the map. You're already on the road. You don't need to hustle harder. You need to trust deeper. The next card was Transformation, and the card says, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Right now, Spirit is helping the collective shed old skins and step into a completely new frequency. This isn't surface level change, it's soul deep. You may feel tired, foggy, emotionally stretched, and that's just the metamorphosis. This card is reminding us, it's not falling apart, it's realigning. Spirit is supporting this transformation by clearing what no longer is aligned and upgrading your energy field, even if you can't see it yet. The next card was No, and the card says, wait, postpone, pause, say no. This card can be jarring, but in this context, it's actually sacred protection. Spirit is saying, no, not that way, not that door. The collective is being protected from detours, distractions, or draining connections. Sometimes the no is the miracle. This card is Spirit gently closing the doors that would have led us in circles. Spirit is saying, stay the course, you're already doing it. Together, the cards are letting us know that Spirit is supporting us by reminding us we're already aligned, guiding us through transformation, and protecting us with sacred no's so that the right yes can bloom. You don't need to figure it all out this week. You just need to trust that the alignment is already working in your favor. The next question was, what guidance does the soul need most to navigate this week with grace and strength? The first card was Sisterhood of the Rose, and the card says beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. This card speaks to the divine feminine within all of us, the part that knows how to move through life with softness, beauty, and devotion. Spirit is guiding the collective to lead this week through love, not control, to create instead of compete, to listen to the whispers instead of chasing the noise. Your grace is your power, not your weakness. The next card was Keepers of the Earth, and the card says, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This card is a massive reassurance. You are not alone. The collective is surrounded right now by ancestors, spirit guides, elemental beings, and soul family in both seen and unseen realms. Even if you feel unsupported in the physical, Spirit is asking you to lean into the truth. You are deeply held. Your presence here matters, and the earth herself is rising to meet you. The next card was Akasha, and the card says, your guidance is divinely guided. This is a soul contract card, and Spirit is saying, you were chosen to be here right now for a reason. You're being divinely guided, even if it doesn't make sense yet. The path you're on is written in the stars, and your soul knows the way. Trust what's unfolding, even if the human you feels unsure. Together, the cards are saying that the soul is being guided to move this week with grace, trust, and devotion. You are supported, protected, and deeply loved by Spirit and the earth herself. You don't have to know the whole plan. You just have to keep walking with your heart open. The next question was, what does the collective need to surrender to rise into alignment with our higher path? The first card we received was Take a Break, and the card says, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Surrender the grind. Spirit is asking the collective to stop pushing and start receiving. We're so used to proving our worth through doing, but right now, what will actually rise your vibration is rest, spaciousness, and breath. This isn't laziness, it's sacred recalibration. Let yourself exhale. The next card was The Great Gathering, and the card says, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. This card shows that soul family and aligned opportunities are being magnetized towards you. But here's the key, you don't have to chase it. You just have to stay aligned and it will find you. Surrender the need to force connections or control timing. Spirit is gathering your people. Let it unfold. The next card was Inner Temple, and the card says Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. The final surrender, coming home to yourself. You're being asked to turn inward, to prioritize your inner world as your sacred space. Everything you're looking for is already inside you, and Spirit is saying, go within, and you will rise higher than you ever imagined. Together, they're telling us that to align with our higher path this week, the collective is being asked to surrender the following: the pressure to overwork, the impulse to chase what's already meant for you, and the habit of ignoring your inner world. Peace will guide you where panic never could, and you're being called back to your own temple, and from there, everything will align. The next question was, where is the collective being called to step up, serve, or shine? The first card was Protection, and the card says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Spirit is making one thing very clear. You are divinely protected. The collective is being called to step up this week, but first, Spirit is placing shields of light around us. This card is about energetic boundaries, shielding yourself from fears, projections, distractions, and anyone who pulls you away from your mission. You are safe to shine, but you must protect the light as it expands. Think of this as divine insulation while you rise. The next card was Anna, grandmother of Jesus, and the card says, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. This card activates ancestral light work. It reminds us that we're not just doing this for ourselves, We are continuing a legacy of light that was passed down through generations. The collective is being called to plant seeds that will bloom far beyond this lifetime. Even if your soul work feels small, Spirit says it's part of a much bigger plan, and it matters more than you know. The next card was Birthing a New Age. And the card says, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Here's the call. You're not waiting for the world to shift. You are the one helping birth it. The collective is being asked to show up in whatever way they're called. Share your voice, make your art, heal your lineage, start the conversation. You're not just responding to the times, you're co-creating them. Together, they're telling us that the collective is being called to serve by shielding our energy with love, honoring our ancestral mission, and bringing the new age through action, not waiting. You are not doing this alone. You were chosen to be here. This week is soul invitation, and it's safe to say yes. The next question was, what inner gifts or spiritual tools are activating more deeply right now? The first card was the crumbling, and the card says, what are you clinging on to? One of the collective's greatest spiritual tools right now is our willingness to let go. This card is intense, but it's not punishment. It's an initiation, and Spirit is saying, let the old fall, let the illusions collapse. What remains is truth, and that's where your gifts will root. Your inner knowing, your empathy, your intuition, they're rising from the rubble. The next card was deep replenishment, and the card says, retreat, rest, be held. This is the balancing medicine. As your gifts awaken, you're also being invited to soften, retreat, and tend to your nervous system. Your ability to rest is just as spiritual as your ability to channel. Spirit is activating the tool of rest as a ritual, because a drained light worker is a dimmed one. Nourish yourself. That's part of your power. The next card was the yes card, and the card says, just say yes. This card is the activation point. Say yes to your gifts, to your evolution, to the things that scare you because they matter. You're being shown that the gifts that are awakening in you are ready to be lived, not just held. It's safe to let them move through you now. Together, they're letting you know that your inner gifts are deepening through letting go of what no longer fits, prioritizing spiritual rest and emotional softness, and courageously saying yes to what calls to your soul. The upgrades are already happening, and your only job is to stop resisting what's rising and just say yes. The next question was, what message does the divine have for those stepping into their next level purpose? The first card was Pillar of Light, and the card says, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. It's a reminder that you are not becoming the light. You already are. The divine is saying, your vibration is rising. You are the bridge between heaven and earth. As you step into your next level, you're anchoring higher frequencies just by being you. There's nothing to prove. Just allow your presence to be a transmission. The next card was Lemuria, and the card says, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. The guidance here is reclaim the paradise within. Those stepping into soul purpose are being reminded that you are here to create heaven on earth, not just talk about it. The Lemurian energy is soft, sacred, collaborative, and heart-led. You're not being called to hustle. You're being called to remember the sacredness of creating beauty, peace, and unity in your life and your work. With these two cards, the divine is saying, you are the light. Let yourself shine. You're here to restore heaven on earth, starting from the inside out. Your energy is the mission, and it's already rising. You don't need to become more. You need to remember. And this week, Spirit is helping you do exactly that. My next question was, what does the collective need to focus on to stay grounded and aligned? The first card was Imrama, and the card says, where are you being called to journey to? This card reminds the collective, you're on a sacred journey, and it's unfolding exactly as it should. Even if you feel lost or uncertain, you're not off the path. This week, staying grounded means remembering that you are in a soul-led pilgrimage, and every twist in the road has purpose. When you feel overwhelmed, ask, where is my soul calling me to go right now? Even if it's just one small step. The next card was Soul Family, and the card says, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. To stay grounded, Spirit is guiding the collective to connect, not isolate. The energy this week wants you to reach out, to call in those who see and support your truth. Your people are being magnetized to you, and if you felt alone, this is your sign that you're about to be seen. Let yourself be supported. You don't have to carry it all alone anymore. The next card was Break the Chain, and the card says, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future. And here's the grounding work, healing ancestral patterns that try to keep you small. Old conditioning may rise this week, voices that say, you can't, it's not safe, stay quiet. But Spirit says, you are the cycle breaker. You stay grounded by choosing new patterns, by creating new roots. You are the one who stops the pain from repeating, and that makes you sacred. Together, they're saying that to stay grounded and aligned this week, Spirit is asking the collective to trust the journey, let yourself be supported, and break free from old generational limits. You're not just walking your path, you're healing the path itself for those who come after you. The next question was, what is the next energetic doorway opening for us in the near future? The first card was Dance with Life, and the card says, do something to change your energy. And I absolutely love that we pulled a card about a doorway and there's an actual doorway in it. The next doorway is one of joy, movement, and energy freedom. Spirit is saying the path ahead is not meant to be felt like punishment. It's meant to feel like flow. This card invites the collective to shake off stagnancy, get into your body, and let life be a lighter one. Joy is not a distraction from your purpose. It's fuel for it. And that's the new doorway. Flow instead of force. And just as a side note, as I was reading this, the song by Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, came on, which I'm going to take as a sign that Spirit wants you to crank that tune up and shake it. The next card was Get Grounded, and the card says, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. And as we walk through that doorway of joy, we're reminded to stay rooted. This card speaks directly to empaths, intuitives, and healers in the collective who may feel like they're floating or overwhelmed. The new phase will ask more of your light, but also more of your self-care, rituals, and spiritual hygiene. Grounding isn't about control. It's about anchoring safely while you rise. The next card was a Leap, and the card says, you go first. The universe will catch you. And here it is, the gateway itself. Spirit says, you go first. The universe will catch you. This is about bold movement into what feels aligned, even if you don't see the full staircase yet. The next chapter requires a faith-led leap, not logic-based hesitation. Together, they're letting us know that the next doorway opening for the collective is one of joyful flow, energetic grounding, and courageous leaps of faith. Your future isn't asking you for perfection. It's asking you for presence. Trust the pull and jump when your soul says yes. And the last question I asked was, what final message of encouragement or truth does Spirit want us to carry forward? The first card was Council of Light, and the card says, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Spirit wants the collective to know you are divinely supported by beings of light who are working on your behalf behind the scenes. You're not alone in this work, and you don't have to figure it all out. This card brings comfort, guidance, and a reminder that miracles are being orchestrated in ways you can't see yet. Let that be enough for today. You are backed by cosmic help. The next card was Awakening, and the card says, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. The message here is simple and profound. You are rising, even if you still feel tired, even if it's messy. Even if you don't feel ready, your frequency is shifting and the world is about to meet a version of you that's closer to your soul truth than ever before. Embrace the activation. You were built for this. And our last card is play. The card says, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And finally, Spirit is whispering, don't forget to have fun. All this inner work, awakening, realignment, it doesn't have to be heavy every single day. Laughter is medicine. Joy is spiritual. Dance, rest, create, play. This is what reminds your soul why it chose to come here. Together, the cards are letting us know that Spirit wants you to carry forward this truth. You are supported, you are awakening, and it's okay to enjoy the journey. Let joy be your compass. Let lightness lead you home. And I wasn't kidding, you guys. That song by Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, is playing in my head. So it's a big nudge from Spirit that you really need to crank up that song and just dance, have fun, laugh, live. It's almost like I can sense them behind me, tapping their foot, doing a little jig. Thank you so much for being here, my loves. I appreciate each and every one of you more than I can say. I truly hope that this reading brought you some clarity, peace, or even just a little confirmation that you're not alone in your journey. If anything resonated with you, I would love to hear it. Please feel free to share your thoughts, reflections, or personal insights in the comments. You never know who else might need to read your words. I love reading all of your messages. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and tap that notification bell so that you never miss out on a new video from Spirit. Remember, only take what resonates with your heart, protect your peace, and stay open to the truth as it reveals itself in your life. I am sending you so much love and light. Until next time, my sweet loves. I was about to put away the phone and the cards, but I got this little nudge from Spirit saying that they really do want to shake it off. I'm going to be playing the song, but I'm going to mute it because I don't want this video flagged. But watch Spirit dance. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and I appreciate you. My spirit guides have enjoyed dancing with all of you. So I hope that right after this, you crank up the music and dance along and have fun. And if you made it this far, let me know in the comments that you watch Spirit dancing around. And look at it go. They really like this. I love you guys. Have a great one.